Hi Aquarius, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading for November. Can't believe we're already almost at November. As this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements and you're likely to find a message in there. If you do like your message today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do publish new content. Oh, these cards are jumping out all over the place today. Right, so let's get into your reading. Spirit, can we get some cards, please? We only want 3 though for Aquarius. Okay. So the overall energy we have for your read, we've got the 5 of Winter. So walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. So potentially you may have been going through some internal conflict. You could be going through some external conflict as well. Very much feeling like you've been betrayed. Walking away from any sort of betrayal, anything that doesn't serve your purpose, anything that doesn't make you happy. Very much turning away from it all, turning your back on it, trying to get away from anything that is causing any sort of drama or chaos in your life. Very much ready to move forward into something a lot calmer. So that is your overall energy for the month of November. So that could be going through the month itself. It could just be what you're starting the month off with. But yeah, so very much finding what's not worth your time. Like I say, walking away from things that don't serve your highest good. Now at the start of the month, we have the 8 of Spring. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or change. Now the 8 of Spring can very well be fast incoming messages. It could potentially be a move that's going on. It's very much something that you may find that you're very passionate about, but it's moving very, very quickly. So yeah, very fast movement at the beginning of the month for you. Now, like I say, that could be any number of things. Let's get some clarification on what that potentially could be. So it could be communication from a person. It could be communication about your work situation. It could be something to do with home. Like I say, it could be simply a move, but very, very fast movement. Can we get some clarification on this 8 of Spring, please, Spirit? Wow, that's a lot of cards that jumped out there. Didn't quite realise there was so many. So, to be completely honest with you, whatever this 8 of Spring is, if it's communication, it could be what causes you to have this walking away from things that no longer serve you. We have the Magician in the reverse. Now, that is potentially somebody that could be manipulative, and it could be that you may find out that you've been manipulated in some way. Now, it could just be that you haven't got the confidence to take steps towards some sort of message, or somebody may not have confidence and you might be finding that out. And that could very well be the message. It could be something where they haven't got confidence to come towards you. Yeah, it could be that you find out that somebody isn't very skilled as well. Could be any number of things. Now, whatever it is causing you a bit of a decision. You're at a crossroad, so there is a decision to be made. It doesn't look as though you've potentially made that decision. You might feel like you've not got all of the information that you need just there, but it is very much a decision that could put you on a different path. Now, out of these many, many, many cards down the bottom, we have a King of Pentacles in the reverse. So potentially this could involve some sort of financial loss, maybe a loss of a job. It could even be that you might find out somebody else is losing a job. Maybe you've got a partner or a loved one that's being made redundant. It's potentially as well that it's like a lack of stability. So that could be somebody in your energy, or it could be happening to you. We have a Queen of Swords in the reverse, which just kind of clarifies that Magician being in the reverse about manipulation. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody that is easily manipulated. So could very well potentially be that you've been manipulated. You may have been manipulated out of some money. So you could have been, you could find out that you've been manipulated into giving some money away in some form. We have a Five of Wands in the reverse. So definitely some conflict, but you are trying to get away from it. So whatever this manipulation has caused, it has caused some conflict and you're walking away from it as much as you possibly can. And that, again, could be why there's some fast movement. Maybe you getting away from conflict is causing you some stress. And that could be a decision that you've had to make. It might not have been a decision you wanted to make, but it's a decision that you may have had to have made. We do have the Eight of Swords in the upright. So it is suggesting to me that you are in your head about this decision as well. Now, it could very well be that you've got yourself very stuck. You could be repeating the same thing, the same thought pattern over and over again. You may feel like you are a little bit bound and a bit stuck. So where you're trying to move out of it, you might feel like you're stuck trying to move out of it. But it does suggest to me that you are very much trying to have that forward movement. And we do then also have an Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now this is suggesting to me that whatever it is, you want to stop working on it. You want to put down your tools and walk away from it. You're not willing to put in any effort into whatever it is anymore. So very much, if this is a person that's been manipulating you, you're very much deciding to throw in the towel. And that could, like I say, be why there's a lot of fast movement. It could be physical movement away from a person or a situation. It could just simply be, like I say, it could be down to a workplace. Maybe you've been promised a pay rise. Maybe you've been promised a promotion, and it's just not materialising, and you're now finding out that things aren't quite what they seem, and you're moving into a new job. You're literally ready to stop working for them and move forward. Like I say, it could also be something internal as well. It could be that you found that you're lacking confidence in a certain area, that you've ended up losing money. Maybe you've lacked a bit of skill in a particular field of, in something. Maybe you bought something and you thought you were really good at spotting a bargain. You've lost a bit of money, and then you're kind of chastising yourself. Might have caused a little bit of conflict at home. And then you're kind of sitting there thinking, I haven't quite got the skill I thought I had with, keeping money around. And it could just be simply that you've lost confidence and you may have been lying to yourself a little bit. I do think it's more some sort of message about potentially being manipulated and you losing some stability because of it. I think it's more along those lines. It could be that you've had somebody, or that you've got someone around you as well that may have lost a job and they've been keeping it a secret because they think it was going to cause conflict. And that could very well be what's going on, and you're finding out all of a sudden. Maybe they've gone and got themselves another job and they've got to come clean because the hours have changed and the pay might be different, and you might be thinking, oh, what do I do now? So that's all going to be relevant for someone. Now, in the challenge position, we have the King of Summer, a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. So this could potentially be somebody in your energy. So if it is a partner that may have lost a job, potentially this could be why it's a bit of a challenge, because you've got this other person that you have to consider, and obviously there's a lot of love there. It could be very much, this could be you. You could be the King of Summer. It doesn't have to be a masculine, can also be a feminine. It's just personality traits. It could be that your warm-hearted, devoted nature is getting in the way. It could be that your loyalty could be stopping you from trying to move forward. And let's get some clarification on that. One thing I have spotted out so far, we do have a lot of 8s, and there's a few 5s as well. So we've got an 8, 8, 8 and 8. And then you've got a 5 here and a 5 there. So if you are seeing reoccurring numbers and signs and synchronicities, it does mean that you're on the right path. Sometimes your angels and spirit guides have got a message for you to keep you on the right track. So sometimes it's worth just looking them up, seeing what it is that it's meaning. And when I say synchronicities or signs, you know, it doesn't just have to be reoccurring numbers. It could be reoccurring animals. Maybe you're seeing ladybirds all over the place or butterflies all over the place. I know for some of us in the northern hemisphere it is turning into winter, so you're more likely to see robins all over the place. But yeah, you could be, or daddy long legs, you could be seeing lots of, you know, a certain insect or a certain animal a lot, and that's a, you know, that's a sign or synchronicity if it just keeps reoccurring. So with this King of Summer then, the part of this challenge is miscommunication. So this King of Summer could be somebody that is being miscommunicated with. It could be that they've tried to communicate and it's been misinterpreted. So potentially, whatever this message is that's coming in, because the 8 of Spring is effectively the 8 of Wands. It's another 8, look. Now this time it's in the reverse. So it could potentially be whatever this message is coming in, it might, your challenge is to take it in the right way, not necessarily misunderstand what is being communicated. So there could be, with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, she can sometimes be somebody that isn't very articulate. So it might not be that somebody's being manipulated. It could just be that they lacking skill in communications. So whether this is you communicating with someone or someone communicating with you, it could be that the message is, it's not very tactful, it's not very skillful and concise, so you might, it might get misunderstood, kind of lost in translation sort of thing when you're receiving it. So there is a challenge to not misunderstand what it is. Also to make sure that you are moving at the right pace and not going really slow, because the 8 of Wands in the reverse is very much things being slowed down. So you could find that this King of Summer may be somebody that is trying to stop you from moving forward. If this is something where you're looking for a new job, maybe you've got somebody in your energy that is trying to keep you there. Maybe it's an old boss, maybe it's a lover. Now if it could potentially be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy within that. But yeah, it could be that they're trying to slow you down, trying to keep you where you are. We do have the Moon card in the reverse, which is suggesting to me that whoever this person is, there's some fear there. Definitely fear of the unknown, potentially fear of losing you, if it's something where you're looking to move away from them, if they're who you're moving away from, if they've been manipulating you. Because the King of Summer can be somebody, as well as he being warm-hearted, sometimes he can be a little bit emotionally manipulative as well. So potentially that could be who's been doing some manipulation on you, if this is indeed some sort of manipulation that's been going on. So yeah, it could be very much that you've got this fear of the unknown. Maybe they're trying to keep hold of you, and they're seeing you as the Empress. They're seeing you as very much somebody that's abundant, somebody that's nurturing, loving. Obviously you don't have to be a feminine, you can be a masculine Empress. It's just personality traits, but they are viewing you as being something or someone that they want to spend a lot of time with. The Empress is very loving, nurturing, caring. Potentially they want you to care for them, they want you to nurture them. They may even want children with you, because the Empress is the mother of the deck. Now it could also turn out that this could be that you're getting in communication from a mother figure with regards to a King of Summer. Maybe you're in communication with somebody, and this could be somebody new coming into your life that could be slowing you down a little bit, and you've got the fear of the unknown. But ultimately the challenge is that you need to embody some Empress energy. I think it's more honestly that somebody's slowing you down because they see you as an Empress, they see you as their Empress. I think somebody's trying to keep you stuck in a position, Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're involved with them as a lover. Like I say, it could be a work situation, and you could just be the person at work that everybody goes to, and the person that gives all the advice, gives the nurturing. You could be like the mummy of the workplace. You kind of know about everything. You've got a lot going on for you. You've very much, the person everyone turns to when they need some advice. And it could very well be that they see you as that. If it's in a work position, they could see you as the person that, gets the money as well, because the Empress is very, very abundant. Now, if you do manage to navigate this challenge, we do have an 8 of Autumn as the outcome. So do more research before proceeding, education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. So this tells me that you're going to be working very hard at the end of the month. So whether that is within a new career, whether it is you taking up a new course, it could just be in the same job. Maybe you've had people in your energy in the past that have manipulated you and you've ended up doing something wrong. You may have found out, they might have been trying to keep you from getting a promotion potentially. And this is you then, walking away from that, getting what it is that you deserve, and actually starting and working hard. This is very much you trying to make sure that things are nice and secure for yourself, and you're putting in a lot of effort at the end of the month. So let's get some clarification of what this 8 of Autumn is. Okay, so definitely something new, something that you have a lot of passion and a lot of drive for. So could be a romance, could be a new job. It is something that you find very passionate. You've got a lot of passion for. Could even be an education. Maybe you've been dying to learn a new course, learn something new, and you're starting to go for it. Now we have the 5 of Swords again, which is, again, it's the 5 of Winter. So very much walking away from things that have betrayed you, walking away from dishonest people, walking towards things that serve you better, that things that you want, things that will make you happy. So very much trying to walk away from that negative energy. It is still there a little bit in the background. They're still trying to, do their little bits of niggling, create a little bit of drama, but it's very much you saying, no, I'm trying to keep away from you and keeping out of it. Now, we do have a 2 of Cups, so potentially this could be a little bit of a falling out between people. Doesn't have to be lovers. It could be lovers. Maybe you're having a bit of an argument. Maybe that is part of what this, the dishonest associations is. Like I say, it could be that you've had a bit of manipulation. This could potentially be you falling out with them and walking forward towards something new. Now, the 2 of Cups as well can simply be that, yes, there's been a falling out. You've got a bit of a lesson to learn and you might need some harmony, and there's something that needs to be worked on. Now, that 8 of Autumn is telling me that you're working on something. So it could be that you've decided actually, you really like this. It could be that you've been manipulated by other people potentially. Maybe you've left a relationship and actually you've decided that you want to fight for that relationship, and people that may have been in your energy manipulating you in the past, that it could be that you're trying to, you want to repair it and you want to work on it with that 8 of Autumn. I don't think it is. I think this King of Summer could potentially be related to this 2 of Cups, but obviously for some of you it will be. I think this King of Summer is possibly somebody you may have a bit of a falling out with, because of them trying to keep you stuck in a particular place. Now, this could just be a friendship. It does not have to be a romance. It could be a family member as well. It is simply you falling out with somebody. There's like an emotional tie that's in some sort of distress. So somebody that you've got some sort of emotional bond with it's in distress. It's currently, or at the end of the month, you might find that you're having a bit of a fallout, maybe a couple of arguments with someone, and very much that can be what this 5 of Swords energy is. It's arguments, it's betrayal, it's deceit. So possibly, you could feel like you're being betrayed because someone's trying to keep you somewhere. You could feel like you've been lied to. You could just simply be in that whole, you want to move forward towards something that's passionate. They don't want you to do it, and you're arguing about it, you know? But we also have the Ten of Cups. So whatever it is that you want to work towards, you are seeing it as being your happy place. You see it as being happy for you, happy for your family, and very much something that you are desiring. So very much a wish coming true, and you want to work on it. So whatever this falling out is, it's something that you want to work on so that you can actually get your happy ever after. So it could very well be that you are turning your back on someone because you feel like they're not going to give you that happy ever after, and you finally decided what that is and you were going to work towards it. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean that it is relationship related. It is just happy families. So it could be that you might see a new job as being something that will be more emotionally fulfilling and actually put you in a better headspace, which will ultimately put your family in a happier headspace. Because let's face it, if you're being overworked, you're going to be stressed at home, you're not going to be able to spend as much time with your family. It leads to, unhappy families. You change your job up, less stress, more time for your family, happier family. So it doesn't have to be romance related. It could very well be romance related, but it like I say, it doesn't have to be. But it does suggest to me that there is going to be a bit of a falling out, like I say, at the end of the month with somebody that you have had an emotional tie with. Now, whether, this is something that you're working on, whether you're just leaving them behind because you feel that, they're not going to give you that happy ever after. I'm not sure that you will be the person that makes the decision on that. Obviously, one will be relevant for some of you, and the other one will be relevant for some others of you. For others of you, it might not be relevant at all. Like I say, not everything will resonate. So, I hope that has given you a good idea of what's coming up in November. For those of you it does resonate with, let's get you Spirit of the Animal Oracle to see if there's any. I say to see if there's any more messages. 4 more messages from Spirit. So you've got personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Okay, so whatever your personal choice is for that spirit animal, go with it. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today, and good luck for the month.